Hi guys, it's Dan and Michelle with Honeymoon Always, and today we are coming to you from Sandals Ochi in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Now it has been 3 years since we first made our resort tour video about this resort, and so much has changed. We have a lot of information to share with you about whether or not this might be the right resort for you. We hope this video is super helpful, and if it is, we hope you will use our link to book. This does tell Sandals we helped you, and we appreciate that so much. But if you would like customized support for free, shoot us an email to info@honeymoonalways.com. We'd love to help. Sandals Ochi is a large, adult-only, all-inclusive resort that includes 16 restaurants, 11 bars, including 3 swim-up bars, 105 pools and 22 whirlpools, unlimited land and water sports, and even a nearby golf course with green fees included. Sandals Ochi has a ton of pools, so if you like pools, this could be the resort for you. Where we're at right now is actually a small, quiet, hidden little pool that took us 2 or 3 times visiting to even find. I like it because it's very quiet and secluded and right next to the bathrooms. But we most often spend time at kind of a medium-sized pool where there's music and a swim-up bar, but the music is not super bumping, so you can relax, you can have conversations. That's our favorite place to be. Now, the big pool is where the party is at. The music is bumping, there's pool volleyball, and a swim-up bar. This is where you'll find most people most of the time. But there are several other pools on resort, so you can find different little hidden pockets every day, or you can go to the same one that fits your vibe every day that you're here.
The beach here is one long stretch, but it's cut into 3 different areas. So you have this area, which is near the water sports, very sandy, and this is actually more current than usually here. Most of the time it's very flat, and that's how it's been the other times that we've been at this resort. The middle section is right next to the bar, so a lot of people like to hang out there, but there are no umbrellas there. And in between, there's a shaded area that's covered by trees. And then on the far end is where you have this Ochi Beach Club, and they have a ton of chairs there for people to lounge about. And there's a pool there as well, so if you want to sit by the pool, you're only a few steps away from the beach, so it's a really nice area as well. One of the things we love at Sandals Ochi is the variety of food that you can have here on resort. They have a ton of different meal options, especially for dinner. The food here is very traditional for a Sandals. You're gonna see a lot of the same restaurants here that you see at other Sandals resorts, like the Jerk Shack, the pizza places, French restaurant, Italian restaurants. You see those staples here. Not the elevated Sandals 2.0 initiative yet, so I don't know when those types of menus are gonna start creeping their way into Sandals Ochi. But I've always enjoyed the breakfast buffet and the a la carte restaurant for breakfast. Lunch, Jerk Shack is very good. We had tapas on the Riviera side yesterday, and that was really great. And for dinner, soy is my top pick, but we also love Kelly's Dockside because of the ambiance. You're like right on the water, you get to hear the waves crashing, and the food's good as well. We have heard from some guests that have gone to the newer resorts that they want a little more traditional food that they're used to, like your steak and potatoes and things like that, and you're gonna find that here. However, we also see a lot of local cuisine. So like I had curried snapper at the Reef restaurant and things like that, so I see a lot of local flavors in the food as well. So either way, you should be able to find something that will work for you. A lot of people ask us, why is this the cheapest resort? And so there are 3 main reasons for that. Number 1, this is Jamaica. It's just cheaper to run a resort here. Second is, a lot of the rooms are far from the beach. So you have rooms that are on the beach side that are still off of the beach, and then you have rooms that are on the hillside that are very far from the beach. And you have to take a shuttle to get to the beach. And whenever that happens, you're gonna get a more affordable room. Third reason is the cheapest rooms. They're kind of like typical hotel blocks of room. So you're getting a higher density of rooms within an area, so they're gonna be more affordable. Now, a lot of the rooms have recently been renovated, or they're in line to be renovated very soon. So it doesn't really mean like you're getting a bad room or anything like that. It's just a little different things that make it a little cheaper.
We just checked into the 1-bedroom poolside Butler Villa suite. These suites are really nice. They come with an extra living room area, which is great for Dan and I because he tends to wake up earlier than me. So I can stay in bed while he gets up and reads and waits for us to get ready to go to breakfast. Another really nice thing is that it comes with a semi-private pool. These will be shared between 2 and 4 different rooms, depending on which room you book. And this is really nice because the butlers can bring you drinks and snacks and food, just like if you were at any other pool on resort. So you can have a really luxurious private experience in this suite. One thing that is very important to note about these though is that when they did the renovations, they got rid of all of the bathtubs. I'm a bathtub lover. They don't have them in the bathrooms, nor do they have the Tranquility soaking tubs that you'll often see on the balconies. But again, you do have your private pool. So, you know, take your pick. Something that makes this resort unique is the butlers here will not be saving you pool chairs or beach chairs in the mornings like they do at Butler service in other Sandals resorts. That's probably because this resort is so big, and also you will have your own semi-private pool here. But something they do is that because this resort is so large, they can come pick you up in a golf cart and help you get from one side of the resort to the other, so you don't need to walk a long way. So that's really nice. This suite is part of the Butler Village at Sandals Ochi, and if you're coming with a group, you can actually book a whole villa. So you'd share the semi-private pool with your party. There are nuances that can be tricky to understand, so if you'd like help navigating the Butler Village suites here, just send us an email. Next, we have the Poolside Club Level Villa. This room is awesome because even though it's only a club level room, you do have a semi-private pool. It's newly renovated and a great option, especially for that pool. This is one of the Romeo and Juliet suites. These rooms are iconic and have a super unique layout. They have a nice big bedroom with a big bathroom and a bathtub, but the main draw here is the private plunge pool, jacuzzi, and outdoor shower. Across from the bedroom is a lounge area with a fully stocked bar. These rooms are scheduled to be renovated very soon, so if you're looking to book one of these, just reach out and we'd be happy to share photos of the new updates as soon as we have them. And last, this is the Honeymoon Hideaway Luxury Club Level Garden Cottage Suite. It's not a super large suite and it doesn't have a pool or anything, but it does have a beautiful garden view for waking up and having coffee in the morning, and it has a great location between the lobby and the beach. This suite has been recently renovated, so you'll see that reflected in the decor. Something you may have noticed if you've watched our other Sandals Resort tour videos is that every Sandals Resort is different. And there's a lot of things that factor into that. So I kind of want to go into what we think about this resort and who we think this is right for. So the biggest thing to note is how huge this resort is. It's technically the largest Sandals resort. So with the resort being that big, it's also not going to have kind of that small communal feel that some of the other smaller resorts have. There's a wide variety of costs when you're looking at the rooms. And what this means is it's great for a lot of different types of people and especially big groups. So they do a lot of weddings, a lot of bachelorette parties here, family reunions, things like that. So you're gonna find quite a party vibe here. There are obviously pockets of quiet and romance if you're looking for them, but overall, the vibe tends to be much more lively, much rowdier. Also with this is there is nighttime entertainment that is kind of taken up to the next level here that you're not seeing at other resorts. There's usually more than one thing going on at any given night on the different sides of the resort, which means that there's always a happening party if you want to find it. They have the Rabbit Hole, which is a speakeasy that you need a password to get into every night, and the performances are genuinely incredible. And last night we went to a white party where everyone dresses in white. They have a great singer and some dancers, and they give you chocolate. They really have a lot of good talent and a lot of fun things to do. Now let's talk excursions from Ocho Rios. This is the place to be. All of the best excursions are here near Ocho Rios. Dan's top favorite is the Blue Hole. We also very much love tubing the river. You can go hike up Dunn's River Falls, and there's also Mystic Mountain, which is an amusement park we haven't been to, so if you've been, let us know how it is. I also have to say, when we went horseback riding in the water, the horses poop and then you're wading in the poop. So just take that for what it is. If you'd like to try it out, now you know. We have a very specific recommendation to work with island routes for these excursions. We've personally taken an excursion with another company not affiliated with Island Routes, and it wasn't that it was a bad experience, but it wasn't as good as our experiences with Island Routes, specifically here in Jamaica. So if you're looking to do an excursion, that would be our recommendation.
Now, since we've been here last, there have been a ton of renovations and a few other changes as well. So there was a new general manager, and with that, I think came an elevated level of service. We'd heard a couple people complaining about the service they'd received, and during this trip, we've really had wonderful service from all of our servers and anyone else we've worked with. Now, being that this is a bigger resort, you still don't get the level of personal service if you're going all around the resort. Like, you may not know that bartender if you're going to check out all the different pools or if you're taking advantage of all the different restaurants, but still they've been fast, friendly. We've just really enjoyed the service we've had while we've been here at Sandals Ochi. Additionally, we've seen a lot of cosmetic changes. The lobby's been refreshed. We've seen a ton of rooms been renovated. And just around the resort, we've noticed updates that have happened over the years. A big one being that they've converted the tennis court to accommodate several pickleball courts instead. So if you're interested in playing pickleball, they have the courts here, and they also have the paddles and balls if you want to check those out from the front desk.
So that was everything we think you need to know about Sandals Ochi in Jamaica. If this is the right resort for you, we do hope you'll use our link to book. You can find that below. Also, you can send us an email to info@honeymoonalways.com. We give free customized support to help you find the right resort for you. You can also follow along with us on Instagram and TikTok at Honeymoon Always. We'll see you at the next stop.